So, more things to remember here. We're going to cone up, plateau down. Now, if that's not working, these are probably the things you're forgetting. When you're coning up, you need to remember that your elbows are still on your legs. My elbows are not moving. The other thing that you might be forgetting is when you're plateauing, this elbow, the one on top, everybody seems to raise it up. This needs to stay on your leg. And I'm sorry, I'm out of frame here, but make sure that your top hand when you're plateauing, this one, is still on your leg. So things to remember, when you're coning up, your elbows are on your legs, and when you're plateauing down, your elbows are on your legs. That is a big factor. Another big thing to remember, if you're missing, is that your head, now I'm going to kind of block the camera, but your head should be directly over the clay like this. That will really, really help. The other thing is, if your knees are not in line with the clay, you're not going to get anywhere. Your chair needs to be touching the tray right here. You need to be really close to the wheel. Okay? You and the wheel are very close friends. Okay? That last 5% of centering is when you go down, plateauing, and then you bring your hand back to the side, and you just hold your hand steady. You need to make sure that you're gently releasing your hands from the clay every time. And that last 5% is really just focusing, really staying steady, feeling the clay, and it sounds very cheesy, but you need to be one with the clay. Feel it, sense it, gently release your hands. And how do you know if it's centered? Well, it's not going to be wobbling. And then you can really test by, you can take a tool. You can do it with just your finger too, but often people like to use a tool. Keep the tool not touching the clay, but just right there, and it won't bounce off the clay. Now, if it's not centered, you'll see it bouncing on and off the clay. And then you can tell. Even if it's just a little centered, little off center, you'll be able to tell with the tool. See how it just touches on one side, on and off? Then it's off center. So centering in fast motion should really just be one fluid cone and plateau. Like so. And that's it. And there you have it. That's centering.